Well, just ate supper. It's June 3rd. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Anyway, it was going to rain, but it didn't. And the wife had me doing all them planters over there today. And the day before that, I was working on my tin buildings, putting tin on the door sides. So anyway, back to the hub business here in the garage. I don't know if you remember or not. This was a complete disc brake hub assembly. But see, they're brand new, never was used. And here's a serial number on them. But they were so far out around that, I mean, they would shake on my lathe. So I cut these things off with the lathe, and then I machined these hubs on the front and the back and curved the edge so that they'd fit over the hat that I got, and then drilled the dual bolt pattern. Well, it had the Chevy bolt pattern already. I just drilled the ones for Ford car, and the bearings races were already in it. Yeah, I was going to use these Willwoods, but they're too light duty. So I wanted to show you these hats. I got them, and they are even out around. I cannot believe it. Watch this. Turn on the lathe here. Let's see. Okay, let's see if you can see these skid marks here. There's 3 positions on this lathe here, and I turned it in all 3 different, screwed it down here, and then turned it 33 degrees and run it again, and each time it came out this way. So this is the high side of this rotor, whatever bell, hat. And I guess you know that the straight rod axle is not going to work in the sprint car, so I got to use the sprint car axle and the hubs that I've been playing with, because those hubs over there will not work, and we know them don't want to work either. And I haven't heard nothing from nobody on these centers I need. I need centers that fit weld wheels or sander rims or Mickey Thompsons, with them 15 bolts around the outside and 5-hole and thicker. Not all that fancy design stuff, because I need side load. I don't need drag racing load. There's my rack I'm going to use on the axle. So here we go. Something else I did. I talked to my old buddy Mike Orlando. He's got a funny car down in Texas, and we were talking about disc brakes, and he said, well, it can't hurt to ruin it. So this is my spare one I'm going to ruin. But what I had to do, where's my finger? There it is. I had to grind this off at an angle, so I had just a little bit right there and just barely touching that edge there to get it to fit, get this bell to fit in there. Because if you see the angle here underneath this hat, see right over there, it's got an angle. Well, I had to compensate for that, because I'm going to put this on the opposite side of where it normally goes. These things normally bolt on this side. They bolt on this side, not that side. But I turned it around, and I'm going to try to keep it as close to here as I can. But I had to cut that center out just enough to where I could screw this down flat and it would fit flush. And then I can put bolts in it. And what I'm going to do is screw her down tight, nuts on the other side, the head of the bolt on this side, and I'm going to get regular bolts, grade 8s, and then weld it on the back side and grind this side off so that they'll clear the spindle, because they rub on the spindle when I'm on there. And then these steering arms, I'm going to drill them out. Right now they got threads in here. These things screw into here from this side, but them things are going to hit the hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put threads in this side and drill this thing out bigger and put an Allen head bolt in from this side, and so the spindle's going to become the nut side of it. And then I'll screw these on there, and that way I won't have nothing in the way to hit the disc brake hat. And this Willwood business here, Willwood's got some really nice looking stuff. I mean, the machine work on them is, look at it, is pretty enough to hang on the wall. And these came from California. All the rest of this stuff I got China. And let's see, I think I showed you this already. I had to grind off the top edge of them so that this thing would clear and spin. You can see I got that clearance now down there. And see, here's the problem. See, everything's in the way. When I got the head of the bolt on there, it's going to hit this thing. So I got to weld it on the outside edge and grind this part so it'll clear that thing. And then, what have I got to do up here? Oh, the disc brakes got to mount on the top side. And the steering arms are on the bottom. I'm still going to use them spindles. So anyway, these hubs here, or hats, they've got the 3 different bolt patterns in them. I'm only going to use 2 of them. And those hats down there just got the 5-on-5 and 4 3/4. But I'm not going to use the 5-on-5. And those things there are just a hair bigger, and they won't slide in this disc brake. But anyway, I got new ones of these over there. So I experimented on this one, and if I screw it up, no big deal. So anyway, I'm back to trying to get this spindle brake business to work for me. Well, that's it. I got to go to Rapid City tomorrow to the VA and then go see my car buddies. Stop by Hot Rod Institute and see who's fixing what. See you later, bye.